אמרה לי תקיעות השופר חזקות, אבל השתיקה עוד יותר. אמרה לי ציון הר הבית, שתקה לי הגמול והזכות, ומה שזהר על מצחה בין ארבעים היה ארגמן של מלכות. הכותל איזו והצוות, הכותל עופרת ודם. יש אנשים עם לב של אבן, יש אבנים עם לב אדם. עמד הצנחן מול הכותל, מכל מחלקתו רק אחד. אמר לי למוות אין דמות, אך יש כותל 9 מילימטר בלבד. אמר לי אינני דומע, ושב להשפיל מבטים, אך סבא שלי אלוהים היודע קבור כאן בהר הזיתים. הכותל איזו והצוות, הכותל עופרת ודם. יש אנשים עם לב של אבן, יש אבנים עם לב אדם.
Well, that sound will surely wake us up. I hope we all enjoyed the quiet night we just had, because I see we are getting an early start today. The Vatican Daveners are lucky for the early morning chill. It's expected to be a scorching hot August day today.
We should be thankful for the coolness of our stones and the shade that we can provide to all of those who will come to visit us today. I wonder who will come today. Of course, the regulars will be here, and probably a few groups of tourists. I think an ambassador is scheduled to visit. Oh, and that singer from Tel Aviv.
But for now, let's enjoy this quiet time of day. You and I, and all of the stones of the Kotel. We will wait as we always do. The sky is cloudless, and the rising sun makes the whole city sparkle. It's a quiet moment, and I'm taking the time to notice the sounds around us. Birds chirping, the early minyan humming in prayer, and the footsteps of the soldiers who protect our surroundings.
Just as the earliest group of people are leaving, so will come the next group. It is a constant stream of people coming to pray and wish and think and hope, just as you see today and every day. There are days when hundreds come to pour their hearts out to me, and then there are days when thousands come to lay their hands in this very spot on the wall. There are days when tens of thousands come to raise their voices in prayer. And then there are some special days when hundreds of thousands come to dance at my feet. Of course, as you know, almost always, they bring us notes.
They stick them right between us.
Into any crevice they can find.
Long notes, short notes.
Millions of notes.
Don't forget your note, Yaakov. Do you have it?
Yes, Abba. It's right here in my pocket.
Let's go. Almost there.
Sarah, do you have your note? Yes, I have it right here. I wouldn't forget it.
Let's go.
This is my note, Hashem. I'm pleading with you to read it and answer me.
This is it. This is the moment I've been waiting for 17 years. I hope. It is just the first of many moments and the first of many notes.
Read them all. Every single one of them.
It takes many days and many hours and many years and decades. But we have plenty of time. We have been here for over 2,000 years.
We are all that is left of the wall that surrounded the temple now, where the beautiful Beis Hamikdash once stood.
We're the closest that most people can get to the structure that was built to serve Hashem.
The place where the Jews worshiped Hashem every day for hundreds of years.
Come on, Dad. We're gonna miss the appearance of the Kohen Gadol. We're almost there. I can see the gate.
Stay close, Avram. I don't want to lose you. As the sun continues to rise, it's going to get more and more crowded. Pesach is a very crowded holiday here at Harabayas. Since now you are finally bar mitzvah and you can come with me on this trip to the Beis Hamikdash, I need you to understand how serious this is. I know you're so excited, but just over this wall is the most important place in the world.
I know, Dad. I know the Beis Hamikdash. Come on.
Son, I need you to understand what we're about to see. Just over these stones is the house of God. There are going to be thousands of people coming to bring their sacrifices and watch the Kohanim do their service.
Will it be scary?
It will be like nothing you have ever seen before. Now stay right here in the shade. I need to find Uncle David before we enter the gate. I'll be right back. Don't move. I want to find you by these stones. Don't leave them.
I'm so excited. I can't even imagine what I'm about to see. I want to run inside past the gate, but I know my father will get angry. But what if I just peek through this hole in the wall? Maybe I can catch a glimpse of the Beis Hamikdash.
Back then, there was no need for notes in the wall. It was a glorious time.
It was a time of achdut, unity, all the Jews coming together to worship Hashem.
The second Beit HaMikdash was built to replace the first one, and our stones were erected to support and glorify the temple. We could feel the clouds of Hashem resting over our stones.
We could feel the fires of Hashem burning so close that the smoke was palpable. But sadly, it was not to last.
On the 9th of Av, in the year 70 CE, our beautiful palace of Hashem was destroyed by the Romans.
There were centuries that went by, and the few Jews who were left in Israel were not even allowed to visit us.
Do you remember under the Christian Roman rule? They were only allowed here on the 9th of Av.
Just for a few hours, just to give us their notes.
Just so they could mourn the loss of their Beit HaMikdash.
Stay close, Sarah. Even though we are permitted to be here on Tisha B'Av, we shouldn't make a scene of it. The less attention we draw to ourselves, the less reason they'll have to restrict us even more.
Mother, it smells awful in here. Like garbage that's been baking in the sun. How could this be the holy place you've been telling me about?
Sarah, there was once a time where this very road was bustling around with Jews on the way to the Beis HaMikdash, where Jews had dominion over this whole area. Now that you are Bas Mitzvah, it's about time that you know who you are and where you came from. Look, there it is. You see it? Just past the tower, to the right of the mosque.
It's hard to see. You mean where all those houses are?
Yes, those houses are built right by the wall. We have access to only a narrow path between the Kotel and those houses, and that's where we'll go, because just past the wall is where the Beit HaMikdash once stood.
It seems hard to believe.
One day, Sarah, one day our family will return, our community will return. We will come to live in Israel again, without fear, and we'll be able to return as a nation, together, and pray without restrictions, not only on Tisha B'Av, not only to mourn the destruction, but to celebrate the redemption. Do you have your note?
Yes, I have it right here. I wrote all about Papa's illness and asked for his referral.
Good. Papa will be proud. Let's quickly put it in, and then let's go.
For centuries, we stood here practically alone.
Hidden.
Unkept.
Desecrated.
We saw many different empires and rulers pass through this country.
Crusaders, Muslims, bishops, sultans.
Each with their own restrictions and rules imposed onto us stones. Some allowed visits, but not in groups. Some allowed visits with no prayer. Some allowed prayer with no song. And some allowed song with no Siddurim.
1625, under the great Suleiman, the Jews were finally allowed to have organized to feel at our wall.
Baruch atah Hashem, shehecheyanu v'kiyimanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh.
Amen.
Can you imagine? A minyan at the Kotel? We have not had a minyan at the Kotel for centuries.
Why, Father? Why has it been so long?
Although the Jews have had limited permission to visit, we have not had official permission to pray in a group until now. Now we can come as a minyan to say our tefillot.
There is always strength in numbers.
Can I put in a note?
Of course, we could all put in our notes. Let us pray for a time when it's not just one minyan in front of these stones, but tens of minyanim raising their voices in prayer.
Please, Hashem, this be the first minyan of many more to come.
That this was the beginning of the redemption. More Jews began to come and pray at our stones. But unfortunately, this led to more tension between them and their Arab neighbors.
Access was limited once again. The visitors became less frequent.
By the late 1800s, tensions peaked. We had few visitors here and there, but for the most part, we sat here alone.
But those that did come came with passion. They sang, they prayed, they repented. And of course, whatever they hoped for, whatever they wished for, they always brought their notes.
Did you write the note just like the rabbi said to? Did you put in the exact words?
Yes, Rebecca. I did exactly as the great rabbi told us to do.
We've come so far just to bring this note. Hashem has to hear our prayers.
Come, we have to hurry. Our Arab neighbors are not always kind to Jews when they come to pray here. They don't respect the sacred lands the same way we do.
Look, they built houses up against the wall and dumped scraps onto the stones. For them, it's like any other market street.
Let's not get distracted, Rebecca. We have a note that we have to put inside the wall to pray to Hashem that He save our business. It's the last chance that we have.
Hashem, please give us the means with which to feed our children. We need His purpose.
even in 1948, when they conquered their land, they still couldn't return to us in Jerusalem.
We sat here, feeling so close to them, and yet, during these 19 years, from 1948 till 1967, not a single Jew was allowed to come to visit us.
The old city was heavily guarded by the Jordanian army.
All they could do was look at us from afar.
But Mother, why do we all need to stand up here on Mount Zion? Why are we only allowed to look down at the old city? Didn't you go visit the Kotel on Shavuot when you were my age?
Yes. It was a different time. Before 1948, this was called Palestine. We were ruled by the British, and fewer in number, but at least we had the freedom to pray at the Kotel.
But Father, it doesn't make sense. How can we finally have a country that we can call our own, that we can call Israel, and rule with our own Jewish government, and be restricted from praying in our holiest city?
One day, my son, one day we'll have true freedom to be Jews. We'll have true freedom and ownership over our own land, with no one to tell us where we can daven and where we can celebrate our holidays. With the ability to put our notes into the kotel, into the wall you can see down there. But for now, we'll continue to come back here to Har Zion, to Mount Zion, the closest we can get to that wall. And we'll continue to daven. We'll continue to daven. It is now time to say Birkat Kohanim.
Imagine, Miriam, imagine if you could write a note and put it in the Kotel. What would it say?
I would write a prayer for peace.
I would write a prayer for Kibbutz Galiot.
That is what you need to think of while we say Birkat Kohanim. Come.
Yivarechecha Hashem v'yishmerecha. Amen.
Finally, in 1967, after the 6 Days War, they finally came home.
ברגע זה אנו עוברים את שער האריות. אנחנו בתוך העיר העתיקה. אנחנו בתוך העיר העתיקה. הר הבית בידינו, כאן תלמיד, הר הבית בידינו. ראש שרים קיבלנו, כל הכבוד, כל הכבוד. חדל, חדל, כל הכוחות חדל. מנחם ציון ובונה ירושלים.
Never before have we seen such a rebirth. Not in 2,000 years do we feel so at home, so free, so close to our Beit HaMikdash.